Witamy w kolejnym odcinku z cyklu
Call of Cthulhu.
Oh yeah. I co? I dzisiaj będziemy chyba penetrować doki Blackwater. Szukamy tego magazynu 35.
Tak.
35?
39. Nie wiem.
9.
W każdym razie będziemy na wyspie.
Magazynu. Szukać. Magazynu. Wojny magazynowe.
We're almost there. Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Okej. Mamy pamiętniczek dalej. Zbliżając się do Blackwater, dostrzegłem grube chmury znasnuwające niebo. Były tak nisko, że niemal nadziwały się na ostre skały otaczające wyspę. Fitzroy, kapitan jedynej łajby, która pływa na kontynent, zaoferował mi pomoc. Możliwe, że jest w posiadaniu dokumentów, które należały do Charlesa Hawkinsa. Fitzroy poradził mi, żebym odwiedził portowy bar. Można pokrzepić się czymś mocniejszym. Przy okazji mógłbym czegoś się dowiedzieć. Rybacy zebrali się wokół ciała martwej orki. Mógłbym tam pójść i popytać miejscowych policjantów. Kapitan Fitzroy zaproponował, że udostępni mi wszystko, co znalazł na temat Hawkins w archiwach biura kapitana portu. Czyli co, idziemy najpierw sobie trzasnąć, golnąć?
Chyba tak, na odwagę.
Na odwagę? Czy idziemy
Coś
najpierw...
są policjanci blisko dość.
Uwolnić orkę.
To co robimy?
Może idźmy do orki.
Tak?
No, bo ten waleń będzie otwarty pewnie.
Długo.
Let the police do their work. Hey, Sullivan. The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real big.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Killer whales have few predators. And there are no sharks in these waters. What creature could possibly have done this?
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming.
You can see that I'm busy, can't you?
You can't understand.
Don't put that beast back in the water,
chce
you
już z nami gadać.
shysters. You're crazy.
A tutaj?
Cops, they can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
Wyszczelaj
That's
go po
no
prostu.
way to treat an omen.
Może tak jakieś argumenty. Tam są jacyś.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
To co oni tam podają? Koktajl z krewetek?
Nie jest tylko orężada.
Nie ma tak miłe przyjęcie.
Hey, be careful. Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
To nie ja szukałem kłopotów.
Yet you served this man, and you can't say he's been on his best behavior.
He's a regular. It was you who provoked him by turning up with your mainland manner.
No tak.
You mistake my manner.
Samą
I
obecnością.
ask nothing
Tak.
more than to become a regular as well. Which will be difficult if you refuse to serve me.
I hope you're less talkative when you're drunk.
Try me.
We'll see.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
No dawaj
I wouldn't
drinka.
say no to a glass.
Try this.
Ten aż sam się krzywi. Nalewa i się krzywi.
I think we'll get along well.
Może zaczniemy tak neutralnie.
No właśnie.
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of Blackwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
To, prawda, to nie wieszanie psów.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
No.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
A ten magazyn?
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
That'll be all for now.
Poczekaj, czyli z Bradleyem mamy? Aha, musimy do tego
Do tego kapitejna
kapitejna iść, no. Kapitan Fitzroy zaproponował, że udostępni mi wszystko, co znalazł na
No.
Aha, no to...
No to czytaliśmy już.
A to co nam dodało do tego dziennika?
Nie wiem.
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor.
Aha.
Interesting.
A obejdź ten lokal. Przybytek.
And then he said, you have no right to treat us like this.
And the doctor, what did he say?
He laughed.
My God.
You, sir.
The miraculous catch. Apparently the most significant event of the last 80 years.
Ogromny waleń. Cudowna zdobycz. Zajmował cały pokład, a jego część zwisała za burtą. O waleniu. O! Magazyn do wynajęcia. Na przystani. Może na przystani znajdziemy kogoś, kto wie coś o tym magazynie.
She will do it again, you know.
Cudowna zdobycz. W 1847 roku, gdy wieloryby znikały z łowisk wokół wyspy Darkwater, załoga statku Scylla złapała ogromny okaz, który uratował wyspę przed klęską głodu. Po dziś dzień mieszkańcy świętują ten połów, a w barze wisi artykuł opisujący to zdarzenie. Dziwne, że ocalali zdają się pielęgnować wspomnienie o tej zdobyczy.
The girl doctor. Cold.
Dobra, co tutaj mamy jeszcze?
O, jest tu jakiś
Można z kimś
przeczyna,
pogadać.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader. Ah, that's it. Maybe we should let him take it. No, the risks are too high.
Widzę, że ci pracownicy
It's a book
coś tam
after
mają.
all.
Nie po kolei.
Pure knowledge.
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
Sobie śpiewają, proszę.
A
Ten
to
od
jest
nas
ten.
dostał, to on nie będzie chciał z nami gadać. O, tu jest babeczka.
What you looking at, stranger?
O, tutaj to, no.
The clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing by it. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm wondering what could be going through the head of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger. I told you to beat it.
Aha. Koniec rozmowy. Zamknięte.
Tak. No nic, idziemy chyba do tego Fitzroya. No bo cóż innego tutaj wymyślimy.
Idziemy, zobaczymy, co za dokumenty
Bo tu jeszcze
posiada.
taki jakiś Menelaos siedział na zewnątrz, nie?
Ale z nim nie da się pogadać. Poczekaj, bo tu jeszcze są jacyś panowie.
Nic z tego. Bardzo mało mówni są w tej wiosce wszyscy.
Nie lubię obcych. A to, co to tak się...
Lampkę mamy. Możemy sobie wziąć ją chyba, nie?
Właśnie nie za bardzo.
Nie bardzo. Strasznie tu mroczno.
Nie no, klimacik jest fajny tutaj.
Latryna.
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover. A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years. A Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Przeszperamy najpierw.
Myślę, że tak.
Proszę bardzo, jest medycyna.
No ale jak to zdobywamy, to co, podnosi nam się ten poziom? Aha, tu mamy tych wszystkich bohaterów. Dobra, idziemy dalej. Zobaczymy, co ma na górze.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
Ma
Wygląda
drewnianą nogę.
Tak, ma drewnianą nogę.
What a macabre souvenir.
Okej.
A tą szufladę otworzyłeś? Co tam jest?
Tak, ale tam nic nie było.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned. I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to
Kapitanie,
say about
warunki
this
umowy
woman.
są jasne. Zapanuj nad swoimi ludźmi, nie prowokuj nas. Odpowiedź na tę wiadomość jest zbyteczna. Wystarczy, że przekażesz zapłatę posłańcowi. Kat. Tu jest wyjście z tego na ten most, co my byliśmy.
Dobra.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Czyli nic nie widać na nich, tak?
Tylko daty. 1890, 1907 i jedną datę częściową. I to są te dokumenty, które on posiadał?
No.
No powiem
Szał.
ci, że dużo informacji zdobyliśmy.
No mamy...
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Blackwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
I was looking at your photograph. One of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
Już obejrzeliśmy.
Widzieliśmy nogę.
I'm just
Padł na
back from the
przystani.
wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
No to. Te rany.
I examined its wounds. I know of no creature able to cause them.
And I took you for a detective.
Believe me when I say that these wounds are significant.
Come. You've only just arrived on Blackwater, and already you think like a sailor.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least.
Ale w sumie już jej nie zje, nie zabije już drugi raz, więc ją tylko może zeżreć, nie?
The miraculous
No ale
catch.
może ją przyciągnąć do
Is it a
wybrzeża,
local
nie?
legend?
Przyciągnąć tego stwora.
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailors' return to Blackwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
No ale to żeśmy już przeczytali.
I found
kim
a
jest
threatening
Hatch?
letter. signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
A to jest pewnie to, co siedzi w barze.
Tak myślisz?
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
Nie, no tutaj polecimy, nie?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. Can you tell me where the warehouse is?
Aha, no nie.
Look, I've already shown it to you. It's the one with the cop on guard duty out front. You can't miss it.
Understood.
To wszystko, tak?
Ale o Darkwater jeszcze zapytasz.
Nie, no to już mamy.
Aha, okej.
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got
No
something new.
właśnie.
Zyskano punkt. Aha, mamy 2 punkty. To co robimy?
No ale czemu ta medycyna... A zobacz tą medycynę. Patrz, 24%. To chyba urosła nam o coś, czy nie? Nie wiem.
Aha, umiejętność medycyna i okultyzm można doskonalić tylko poprzez odkrywanie obiektów w świecie gry.
Okej. No ale przecież my w okultyzm żeśmy zainwestowali.
No, zainwestowaliśmy.
No to nie rozumiem tego troszkę.
Poczekaj, tutaj mamy częściowo. To może polecimy to.
To poleć.
Instynkt. O. Aha, muszę potwierdzić. OK. I idziemy, tak?
Oh yeah? He's gonna get us into trouble. You can't understand. You're not sailors.
Mówisz, że z wszystkimi chcesz pogadać.
Mhm.
Tu stoją jakieś.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
Pierwsze.
I've never heard of this saint. Is it a local belief?
But everyone knows St. Brendan, the navigator.
He's the patron saint of whales and whalers.
What happened to the statue?
Go see for yourself. He's at the end of the jetty.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those 2 bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to Darkwater?
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do
No on
anyway.
jest naprawdę
Work around
pierwszą
here.
osobą, która powinna zadać
Fitzroy
to
gives
pytanie.
us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
Dobre.
Nie mają co robić, to piją.
No.
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
Nie, czekaj. Aha,
I've taken enough of your time.
to jest wszystko.
I'll see you later.
No tam jest ten pomnik, tak?
Tak. Czekaj, sprawdźmy, co z nim zrobili.
Proszę bardzo.
Damnation. I broke it.
Farbą go polali, tak? Czy co? Coś popisali na nim. O,
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
A to nam nie rozwija tej
No
umiejętności
nie wiem.
okultyzmu?
to jest święty Brendan z Beverly Hills. Ale jak mamy wejść do magazynu, jak tam
Właśnie-
jakieś dwa dziady stoją?
A ten magazyn to jest to duże tam?
No nie no, no nie
Czy
wiem.
gdzieś tutaj?
Że tu ten policjant
Tutaj chyba.
stoi, tak? Zagaj do
Where do you think you're going?
Czekaj, od czego zaczniemy?
Od co robi tu policja?
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
Elokwencja?
You and I are on the same side of the law.
Oh, yeah?
You don't want to know the truth behind this case.
Are you saying our work was not up to snuff? Forget it.
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone.
Come on, you could tell me. No, if it gets out...
Who's this guy?
No idea. You better keep it shut.
Wait, we don't have a clear cut.
What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
No, ciężka sprawa, powiem ci.
No.
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's going to be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
No.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
I bid you, gentlemen, farewell.
Chyba musimy więcej wiedzieć.
A tu?
Albo się przekraść.
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
Dobra, i co nam to dało?
Że magazyn jest
Wejście nie jest chronione, tak?
niestrzeżony. A tutaj może? Obejdź tych
A
wielorybów.
z tej strony, jak pójdziemy?
Oh yeah.
Bo jeszcze tutaj mamy drogę.
Mhm. A tu? Tu jakiś gościu.
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I shall take my leave.
A to nie było wejście do tego magazynu? Słuchaj, tędy? W jakiś sposób? Zobacz.
Ukryte przedmioty.
It looks like there's a way in under this grate.
Ten element umożliwia bezproblemowe podnoszenie i utrzymywanie w górze ciężkich ładunków.
This ratchet device seems to be usable.
Okej.
A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil. I could use this old winch to lift the grating.
No.
No i co teraz?
Chyba jakaś ta potrzebna nam jest. Rączka.
Mhm.
Nie sądzisz?
No pewnie tak.
Ale tu jest w ogóle jakieś przejście tam. Tędy nie damy rady?
Nie, nie mogę. Okej.
This handle will be perfect for the winch.
No dobra, no ale co teraz?
Chyba jeszcze nam czegoś brakuje.
Może drugiego jakiegoś mechanizmu. A jaki znak? Co to za znak zapytania w lewym rogu?
Może musimy tutaj szukać czegoś. Aha, tu są wskazówki.
O, czekaj, co to?
Aha.
No, pięknie.
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch.
A jak nam każą jeszcze czegoś szukać, to normalnie ich zamorduje.
Looks like everything is in its place. All that's left is to try to turn this handle.
I jedziesz.
Damn, I broke it.
Zepsułem? To co mamy teraz zrobić z tym?
No niby zagadka nam się odfajkowała, zobacz.
No ale co? No to nie tędy droga, tak? Czy musimy coś innego tutaj wymyślić? No jakby to zrzucić.
Ale można to zrzucić? W ogóle chyba żadna interakcja już nie może z tym być zrobiona.
No to co? Musimy iść dalej, tak?
Kicha.
Well, well.
Aha.
A little mouse has got lost on our turf. You're not only inquisitive, you're also stupid. What gave you the crazy idea to come onto my turf?
To jest kat.
Your turf? That's news to me.
For a guy who has no idea, you've been doing a fair bit of poking around. My men saw you staking out the Hawkins warehouse.
Is that against the law?
I'm no idiot, detective. I'll tell you how things work around here. I decide who comes in and who stays out. And anyone who doesn't respect my rules, I punish them.
Is your name Kat?
What of it?
Maybe we can come to an understanding.
Maybe. Or maybe not. Get this joker out of here. He might have a little trouble walking on his own.
I'm getting careless. I didn't see
Zaatakowała
that
nam
coming.
klejnoty rodzinne.
If I want to get into this warehouse, I'm gonna have to deal with her.
Będą nieco mniej błyszczały.
Czekaj, a tutaj nie ma przejścia? Nie.
A może pójdziesz do nich i powiesz, że cię kat przysyła. Ryzyk fizyk.
To spróbujmy tak.
What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
I've got to get inside. It's your boss who sent me.
Oh, yeah? And why didn't she say anything to us?
She sent me to see who's filching her stock.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You got no proof to back up your claims, and I'd advise you against snitching.
If I can't get rid of those two, I'll have to look for another way.
No to niestety, ale nie tędy droga. A ten policjant?
You again. I told you to beat it.
No need to get worked up.
Nikt nie chce z nami gadać.
No.
Jest najlepszy.
You can't understand. You're not sailors.
A może do kapitana jeszcze?
To idź do kapitana, bo nie wiem.
You're back again. What can I do for you?
Apparently the bootleggers don't want anyone hanging around the warehouses.
They're part of the private property I mentioned earlier.
And yet the place looks abandoned. Why guard the entrance?
As a precaution, I suppose. All the warehouses are more or less interconnected by old sewers.
You mean that there's a way to go from one to the other by tunnel?
I couldn't tell you if it's still the case today for all the warehouses on the island, but I think I can imagine what you've got in mind. You can always visit them if you're not the claustrophobic type. You're back again. What can I do for you?
I shall be on my way.
No
So
dobra.
come back and see me when you've got
No
something new.
kanałami, ale znaleźliśmy jedno wejście, do którego nie możemy się dostać, bo zepsuł nam się mechanizm.
We're no longer at home on our own island. Calm down. It's not worth the effort.
I told him, that flunky, that he'll see what a real sailor has in his belly.
If you continue like that, everyone will see what you've got in your belly.
I hope so. I hope they don't forget the lesson. Me? I'm not scared of some girl.
I mean they're going to cut you open, you idiot. Calm down.
Nie no, nic się tu nie zmieniło. No to w sumie ten bar nam tylko został, no
Tak.
bo gdzie tutaj mamy? Nie ma gdzie iść nawet.
Nie ma gdzie iść.
What? Another break?
One of those damn sailors came looking for trouble again.
But he won't try again anytime soon. We gave him a good hiding.
So you said to yourselves that after such a feat, you could abandon your post.
It's just a little drink. We taught those guys a lesson.
We'll return right after. It's just that standing guard in this alley makes your throat dry.
That fool Fitzroy can't keep his dogs on a leash.
I'll have to send him a more clear-cut message.
A to są ci dwaj, co tam stali,
No
tak?
właśnie. Czyli co? Idziemy tam?
No nie wiem, no, czyli nie stoją już tam, tak?
Damn stupid idiots.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anymore.
No i stoją tutaj.
What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst.
I went to see the statue of St. Brendan.
What makes you think we did it?
We're bootleggers, not savages.
Who do you think defaced the statue?
What do I know? They could have done it by themselves.
The sailors.
Who else, in your opinion? And who's interested?
Cat. She's your boss.
What? You listen through keyholes.
She's the boss, yeah. She says who goes in or not.
Shut up, you dummy. You wanted to know that you also talk too much.
She must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like you tremble.
She redid the smile at the last one who wanted to get in.
I hope he had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile.
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
So, who are you?
Are you stupid or are you doing it on purpose?
Everybody knows us on Darkwater.
I've just arrived.
Let's just say we're standing guard for the owner of the site. And we let no one enter her property.
She sounds frightening, your boss.
And she doesn't like to be talked about behind her back.
I bid you gentlemen farewell. If I can't get rid of those two, I'll have to look for another way.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
A może trzeba tam podejść do niej?
Właśnie wydaje mi się, że tak, że z nią trzeba tutaj.
Hey, Mitchell. A drink for our new friend. I owe you. You don't know how to fight, but at least you've got guts.
Yeah, aching guts.
Huh. I've got them too. But you don't hear me whining like a pooch who's lost its leash. You didn't back down. Something that I respect. So understand by that, if I catch you again, you'll carry a more permanent reminder of our encounter. Tell me, what brings you to Darkwater?
Powiedz prawdę.
I'm investigating the deaths of the Hawkins family.
It's very nice of you to tell me the truth so openly, but it's also really stupid of you. You really don't seem to know the area. Let me give you a little advice. If you want to survive more than a day in this rat hole, avoid talking about them to the first people you meet.
I've got a few questions about the island.
I'm not here to give you information. Mitchell will tell you what he wants to tell you.
Is that more dangerous than having a drink with you?
I'm not kidding. The old families, they were here long before us, and they'll be here long after we're gone.
The old families?
The descendants of the first whalers. These people truly worship their ancestors.
I need to get into the Hawkins warehouse.
You're out of luck. It's on my turf.
It's precisely for that reason that I've come to see you.
Are you pulling my leg?
I'm very serious. A whole family died in a fire, and I've got reason to believe that there's still more to be said on the subject.
Well, I see you're serious. To be honest, as long as it doesn't interfere with my business, I don't care. But I'll go with you, to make sure you don't stick your nose into things that don't concern you.
Sounds honest to me.
I'm not finished. If I do that for you, if I let you onto our turf to conduct your little affairs, you'll be indebted to me, and I guarantee that I always collect on what I'm owed. Think about it. I help you, you'll owe me a favor in return. Do you accept?
No właśnie.
Akceptujemy.
Tak?
Tak?
No to próbuj, no.
Do I have a choice?
Oh, we always have one, detective.
No właśnie.
No pewnie był jakiś inny sposób, żeby się
Follow
tam
me.
dostać.
Nobody questions your authority here. I was given to believe that Fitzroy stood up to you.
No ale trudno.
That dope tried to save face in front of his
Najwyżej nas
sailors.
zabiją.
They revere their brave
No właśnie.
captain as they do their old statues.
Niczym nie
But
ryzykujemy.
sooner or later, all statues
Tylko
get
życie.
buried in bird shit. And nobody cares.
And the police? They do nothing to stop you?
The local cops? The cops drink like everyone else, sweetheart. They know where their interests lie. Apart from that pig-headed Bradley. I don't know whether to admire his stubbornness or to have pity on him.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
Cops, they can't understand.
damn stupid idiots.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an open.
Te dupki tu dalej stoją.
Mhm.
It's fine. He's with me.
Oh, okay.
No i co?
No i gdzie jest wejście do tego magazynu?
Be a gentleman and move that for me.
Aha. Okej.
That's how it's done. Do I still need to hold your hand? Or do you think you'll get by on your own now?
Don't overdo it.
Good. In that case, I'll leave you. I've done enough mothering for now.
Dobra, ona jest.
Ugh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
Rekonstrukcja wydarzeń. Dobra. Ale to już zrobimy w kolejnym odcinku, bo ten nam się trochę przedłużył.
Tak, było dużo szukania, dużo gadania, dużo rozmawiania, dużo wyciągania informacji, więc tutaj prawdziwe śledztwo się toczy.
Tak jest.
Tak.
A tajemnicę tego magazynu poznamy w kolejnym odcinku. Więc dziękujemy i cześć.
Pa.